Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We have still Mr. John Allman with Skyward Media Group. Just finished the first part of our interview. We're talking about the battle that is going on, I think, right now with information.
Yes.
Pretty much, Bob, we've seen it 14 years in the business now. So how has it changed from when you started in real estate to now? And how do you feel that John is really servicing this kind of niche?
There's definitely a ton of huge companies taking all of our data, taking all of our information, and pretty much selling it back to us. Selling us back our own leads.
Right.
So there's been a huge battle to try to take control.
And now we have companies like Open Door, and we have companies. What's the other one? I forget. The other ones that are actually buying properties, or they're saying that they're buying properties.
Redfin. I don't know. Yeah. There's a bunch of people trying to.
And so it's kind of we're fighting in the streets, and I think we got John Allman on our side a little bit.
I do.
So Skyward.
Where do you see it going?
Yeah. So Skyward Media Group. You're not a Nostradamus, but if I know that you have had your hand on the pulse on this for half a decade now. What do you think? How is it going to end up, or who's going to be on top?
Well, I think the signs are telltale where we're headed with this, but let's look at history just a little bit.
Sure.
The information is clearly the consumer and the real estate agent. That's where it starts. It originates right there with the listing agreement. And that listing agreement then opens the door for all of these other companies, if the broker allows them, to disseminate all that information out.
Right.
So if you talk about controlled access, the broker, the real estate agent, and that client can actually start controlling the process from where they are.
Right.
I think real estate companies will start realizing this more and more as we have all of these different third-party aggregators getting out there and trying to open up all these little spin-off companies. That is a different market, I think, than what you're talking about, and that's actually having a company start up that deals directly with the consumer and kicks the real estate agent out of the deal.
Right.
So there are two different trends that are erupting. I think, first off, we need to gain control of the data.
Right.
That's nothing new. We've been talking about that for a while. The challenge is that we still have this debate with real estate brokers and their agents about, does it make sense for us to continue to give this data free to Zillow, Trulia, and Realtor.com?
Well, I think the consumer's used to it now, right?
Yes.
So they're used to being at the local coffee shop, opening up an application, seeing 25 plus pictures of every single house, knowing 30% to 40% of what we would be able to give them.
Right.
And then kind of going rogue at that point.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think that's another. It's become a. We talk to clients. It's become a problem because now it's the grass is always greener. They always think there's going to be new listings. It's an overwhelming amount of information.
It is.
And so I think the consumer is starting to. It's kind of flipped. In the beginning, I thought it was good because I thought, great, they can. Now the service is going to win, and whoever is the best agent is going to get the client. But now the clients are just over inundated with so much information and so many different choices, right? That they almost never pick. I think it's bad for the seller now.
Yes, absolutely.
And not good for the buyer either.
Yeah. I think it's like any other profession. When you break your arm, you go to a doctor and you have trust built in with that doctor about their expertise and profession. The same is true of a real estate agent professional. A full-service professional does the same thing, and that trust barrier is often difficult to break down between yourself and your client.
For sure. And we're not, it's not like it's not CarMax or anything like that. This is a huge decision. 30 years of mortgage.
Largest decision most people make in their entire life.
Biggest purchase for sure. But let's talk about who you're servicing, which are obviously title companies, you said, real estate brokerages, real estate agents, real estate teams.
Right.
So let me give you some just off-cuff, some questions that I'm sure that everyone has. Can you get someone on the first page of a Google search?
Oh, absolutely. And I think we've proven our results over time. Agents with the clients that we're with right now are on first page results. It really depends on what people are searching for.
Right.
So we target on those high volume search terms in order to try and get our clients on the first page of Google.
Right.
In fact, one of our clients right now has over 700 keyword phrases on the first page of Google.
Wow.
So it's important that over time that we focus on search. Search is here. Search will stay and search will get bigger.
For sure.
So content marketing is all about what we do. That's most of our marketing, probably around 75% of our marketing is content marketing. When I tell you that, what I mean is we are loading up these sites with blog articles about neighborhoods and about coffee shops nearby and about all the things that are great about a neighborhood. and why you would want to be in that part of town.
Because that's what people want to know, right?
Absolutely.
3 bedroom, 2 bath, whatever. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, right? They want to know what's the artisan bakery that's near there. Is there any? I think we were talking earlier at lunch. Where are the microbreweries at, and where's the best date night to go, and how close is it?
You know, can you imagine? I mean, I moved here from Germany when I was in the Air Force, so I've never been to San Antonio. I never lived here before. So I go online and I go, okay, I think maybe a 3 bedroom, 2 bath house would be great. So you put that in Zillow, and what do you come up with?
Thousands.
It's all over
tens
the
of
city.
thousands.
It's all over the city.
Right.
So your next logical step is, I need some help with this. Well, why don't we help that transition process by providing them information and then directing you to the people that are experts at it? That just makes total sense to me.
How are you promoting individual neighborhoods then?
Yes, individual neighborhoods are getting more and more content. So we talk about the great things about that particular neighborhood, whether it's Cibolo Canyons with the JW Marriott, whether it's Stone Oak with their great amenities with the country club and lots of other things out there. Lots of content about that, about the schools, about local churches. But we're most proud of, I think, our neighborhood videos. So we spend time finding people that are icons in the neighborhood that have lived there for a while that people would know.
Sure.
And we interview them. We do not interview the real estate agent because we think it's a great idea that we have an approach directly from someone that actually lives there and has experienced it.
Yeah, who's going to be your neighbor, right?
Absolutely.
We're just going to sell them the house and then run away, right?
That's right.
Yeah. What about the actual, as a real estate agent, how crucial is it to advertise your listings and open houses on these types of sites?
Yes. So let's talk about that for a second. Just like in business, for media companies, you want to join forces and network with other large media sites.
Right.
MySA.com is the largest media site.
Has the
city
most
of San
impressions.
Antonio. Absolutely. 4 million unique visitors a month. We want to partner with that relationship so that we can advertise open houses, new listings, even coming soon listings on that site, because it is so important for the consumer not only to be able to see it, but it's also important for our client's site to get the authority.
Right, because it's more content, which helps them because it gives them a higher ranking, and it keeps on going and going.
Absolutely. For Google search, MySA is already recognized as having a lot of authority because they have a lot of content.
Right.
So we want to associate ourselves with those media sites like that.
Yeah, it's almost like you're just grabbing the biggest ship and then running the wake with it, or running the wave with it. I love it. So for more information, if you want to be on the first page of Google, if you're a real estate company, title company, brokerage, get a hold of Mr. John Allman. You can contact him directly at 210-988-3530. That's 988-3530. Or check out their company at Skyward. That's SKYWARD, mediagroup.com.